The end of week 3 takes us to Caesar Superdome as it's a game between our New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. So entering today, the Giants, their second straight 2-0 start. Last week, our quarterback 193 yards with 3 touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns in both starts this year. And for the Saints, they lost the divisional last year against Green Bay. They won a playoff game against Tom Brady, but a new quarterback at the helm trying to get back at the playoffs. They started 1-1 as welcome back to the Madden 23 franchise. It's year 3. We're here in New Orleans for the first time playing the Saints in the series, and it's not going to be Jameis Winston. We faced him in week 1, but a new rookie quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, and our Giants coming off of probably the best win of the series against the Baltimore Ravens. Just complete domination. They had 1 touchdown all game. It was in that 2-minute drive, but only 13 points of offense. The Giants' offense just exploded and seemingly back on track, even though these first halves have been relatively quiet. It's been more of a defensive football team in the first half, and they've kind of just pulled away at the end. And as always, if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. As Dennis Allen and this New Orleans Saints team trying to get back to the playoffs for the second straight year. The Giants for the third straight year. We'll see the Giants offense first. Harold Keane back deep. And the Saints will kick it away. They won the toss and deferred. They'll get the ball at the second half. The Giants will get the ball first. And Blankenship sends us away. Monday night is underway as Gerald Payne will take it to the 20 and not much further as, here we go. 587 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. And there's the numbers. They have not been able to pass the ball super well, but compared to last year, they're only down to 14th now. But they're able to run the ball, and only 2 teams score more than them. And that is probably going to change in the coming weeks if they can get back on track, as they'll start from the 20. And with the 1st and 10, 3 receivers, give it to Barkley. And he's met and driven backwards. And that is Pete Werner, the linebacker. The Saints defense has struggled a lot in the first couple weeks to start the year. It's pretty much the same as last year's team. Marshawn Lattimore, that X-Factor safety or corner, is now a superstar. He lost his development. Tyrann Mathieu also a big part of it, as Barkley picks up 6. It's 3rd and 4, and Giants 9th in the NFL, tied with Pittsburgh. Converting third downs 56% of the time to start the year. Empty set. And quick throw to Bellinger. And tackled by Mathieu at midfield. So first down. And this opening drive, give it to Barkley on the outside. An attempted block. And Barkley picks up 10 regardless. And it's 3rd and inches. It's starting to become an extended opening drive. And a keeper. First designed run of the day with a chase and a slide at the 20, and the first run of the day for Cummings goes for 12. First down at the 28. And the blitz picked up over the middle. Bernie Downing, the rookie, slots, who has not had a lot of action. As we take a look at the red zone offense, has been their biggest struggle. 24th in the NFL, only scoring a touchdown 42% of the time. Quick pass to Barkley, and a first down to the 18. The Saints average, they allow touchdown 62% of the time, tied with New England with 17th. And the keeper on first down to Mario Davis with a great tackle at the 12. So now it's 3rd and 5 on a drive that has taken about 5 minutes off the clock. This is the 11th play. Give it to Barkley up the middle. And Barkley down to the 6th. It's 1st and goal. And this will be play number 12. From the 6, give it to Barkley. Met by Mathieu and falls forward for a yard. 2nd and goal. And Cummings will throw the quick underneath. It's caught by Love. And he's down to the 2. This will be the 14th play of the drive. 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. And they'll go to Barkley. Met by Onyemata. He breaks a tackle, and he's still going to be dropped for a loss of 2. And they'll bring out Joey Sly, who has not missed a kick this year. 4th field goal, and the red zone struggles continue. The kick is up and good. And they'll bring out Ryland Poole, the 3rd round pick this year. Rookie quarterback, 553 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. And his first 2 career games of the Saints offense has actually been really good. This offensive line, Luke Bingham was a Pro Bowler, 2nd-year player. Ryan Ramczyk, of course, incredible. Michael Thomas, incredible. Alvin Kamara. Preston Williams, 2nd year on the team. They brought in Donald Parham from Dallas. as they'll start from the 25 after the touchback and go outside to Kamara, met by Kendricks, who had a rough last week tackling-wise, but the Giants' defense has been incredible. If you take out the Super Bowl, they've been incredible since last couple weeks of the season last year, as they've really turned the corner. You can see 4th in scoring, now 6th in passing, and that was even the struggle when they weren't giving up points last year. They were still giving up a lot of yards, 300-yard passer after 300-yard passer, 2nd down and 8 at the 27. And Poole will not find a completion. Boss broke it up. It's 3rd and 8. They are the 2nd best 3rd down offense. Tied with Las Vegas, the Jets the only team better. Poole on the move. He's going to be dropped. That's Ojolari and Thibodeau who combine. And they sent a blitz. It wasn't picked up. And a 3 and out after a nearly 7-minute drive to start the game for the Giants. We'll start from the 45 and give outside. A block by Johnson. And Lattimore brings him down with 7. So it's 3rd and 3 from inside Saints territory. A keeper and a great play. Nowhere to go. He lost a yard, and they do punt. So the Saints start from the 16. 1st and 10. And Poole. Pressure across the body. He's got Preston Williams. And his first completion of the day goes for 19. This first quarter has flown by, already under 4 to play. 2nd and 8 from the 37. Quick pass, wide open. Michael Thomas into Giants territory, and down to the 43. And now 2 straight completions into Giants territory on a drive that started from their own 16. 1st and 10, motion. That's Parham across the formation, and fake it to Kamara. Poole underneath, he's got Kamara wide open. Jump cut. And tackled finally with 7. Empty set on 2nd and 3. Giants show blitz. They send it. Quick out. It's caught by Williams. And Preston Williams has another first. And now 3rd and 8 at the 25. 3 receivers out there. Poole. Pressure. Throws it away. Incomplete in the direction of Preston Williams. And here's Rodrigo Blankenship, who's also perfect on the year. This is going to be from 42 on the right hash. With 90 seconds left, this game is tied in the first quarter. And the Giants take over 1st and 10. Spread everyone out. And Cummings will throw and escape up the middle. Try to make a move on Warner, but it's not going to work. And it's 2nd and 2. From the 33. Give to Barkley up the middle. And he's got the first as he fights to the 40. That's the final play of the quarter. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. And Cummings with a blitz. Over the middle. It's caught by Downing, who gets away. Bernie Downing. And inside the 30 and down by Matthew at the 27. And Bernie Downing gets us to the 2nd quarter. Inside scoring range from the 27. On drive number 3, give to Barkley up the middle. And another first to the 17. And they're in the red zone again. They failed the first trip. Only got 3. 1st and 10. Empty set. Cummings will throw. First throw to McLaurin. He's got it to the 10. 2nd down. And 3 tight ends. Fake it. Cummings. Pressure. Will escape. Oh, look at the speed. Cummings out the sideline. He goes. Tries to dive, but he slides at the 1. And that was actually an attempted dive, so I'm really upset at that. 1st and goal. 3 tight ends again. Give it to Barkley up the middle. Tries to dive, but he is denied by Lockridge. 2nd and goal. Goal line set. Give it to Barkley. Met. And lost 2. Are they going to have to settle again? 3rd and goal. At the 3. They're going to fake it. Cummings on the roll. Sets his feet. Fires. Touchdown, Giants. It is Daniel Bellinger. His 2nd straight game with a score. Giants retake the lead. Joey Sly makes it 10-3, and that was a long drive. 9 plays, 75 yards, and 4 minutes. So the Saints take over at the 25. Giants send the blitz. Quick pass. It is Thomas on 2nd and 10. Picks up 9. It's 3rd and 1. From the 34. In the 2nd quarter now, down by 7. Poole has all day. Will find his man wide open as Thomas finds the hole in the zone to the 45. And Poole has started 6 for 10. He's now made 2 in a row, both to Michael Thomas. He's also thrown away 2 in a row before that, so really hasn't missed much. The first was a drop by Preston, too, so a really good start for the rookie third rounder from the 45. Give it to Kamara. Mets, and falls forward for 4. They'll actually give him 3 at the 49, 2nd and 7. 5 minutes into the second quarter. Give it to Kamara again. And breaks a tackle by Kendricks. That was the problem last week. And 14 yards, 3rd and 4. From the 34, empty set. Time, pressure. Is going to throw it, intercepted. And taken the other way is Jackson. And Adoree Jackson up the sideline. He's going to do it again. Touchdown, Giants. Another pick 6. He had 2 last year. And that is his 4th career touchdown. And the kick by Sly makes it 17-3, and they are scoring on defense again. I think this defense is for real. It's been really good. Give it to the second-year back. That is Muldrow. And Muldrow picks up 7. He's still in there on 2nd and 3. And Poole will throw and open. It's caught. And that is Harris, the backup tight end. 1st and 10. Halfway in the second quarter. Kamara is back in. And Poole with a quick release. It's caught Olave. His first involvement in this one. And a gain of 11, another first. Harris back in, 2 tight ends. Olave out. Give it to Kamara. Breaks the tackle of Wallace. And rides Thibodeau for 9. Really good drive. Number 35. Give it to Kamara. Down to the 31. Now 3rd and 6 at the 27. They need the 21. They are just driving and keeping the ball. Poole protected. Open. It's caught. Olave inside the 20 and his first down. And they are in the red zone for the first time today. 5th ranked red zone offense. They've scored on 7 of 9 trips. A touchdown. Let's give it to Kamara on the screen. Robinson! And drags him out of the red zone. Loss of 2. This Giants defense, 2nd best in the NFL. Trailing only Pittsburgh and tied with Carolina. As a blitz. A throw. Parham! He's got a touchdown! New Orleans. His 2nd touchdown of the year. 2nd straight game with a score. And the Saints have held the ball for 8 straight minutes. If you include the pick 6 and have 7 points to show for it, it's a 1-score game again, 17-10. So that drive alone was 5.5 minutes. As we take a look at Jonathan Cummings, who's made 3 straight. A 7 for 10 start, 82 yards, the touchdown. And now a 2-minute drive opportunity with 3:17 on the clock. Up by 7. And the Saints get the ball out of the half. They'll throw over the middle. McLaurin drops it. It's incomplete. And it's 2nd and 10. These will throw. Pressure. Hit. It's caught. Bernie Downing. He's got 8. Already at 50 yards. He's been an afterthought so far this year, but he's starting to get involved against the Saints. Underneath that is Juwan Johnson. Talk about an afterthought. The former fullback picks up a first. 2nd and 10. Approaching the 2-minute warning. Play and bounce takes us there. It is caught. And 9 yards for Downing. We're at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 1. Give it to Barkley up the middle. He's got enough. And the drive continues. First down. Cummings. Pressure and drops. That is David Onyemata. His 2nd straight game with a sack. It's 2nd and 16. Now 3rd and 16. 66 seconds remaining. No one took a timeout yet. Giants, of course, are going to try and go for it. Cummings will throw. Sideline. Downing. Got it. To the 37. Now 2nd and 10. 4 receivers set. They didn't take the timeout. Only 27 seconds remain. Apparently, he wasn't out of bounds. Cummings. Middle. It's caught by Downing. To the 24. And they'll take that timeout. 2nd and 10. 16 seconds remain. Pistol set. Up the middle. Ball's on the ground. And it's picked up by Demario Davis. And that will end the half. Frank Lockridge, the 2nd-year player, forces his first career forced fumble. And the former 5th-round pick takes us a half Giants only up by 7. Saints get the ball out of the half. They were the last team to score, so this is a kind of extended double dip opportunity as the Saints looking good, and this is a defensive football team, it appears. We'll take a look at the Giants. First half tendency, threw it short over a third of the time, completed nearly 3/4 of the passes for 54 air yards. For the New Orleans Saints, their first half tendency on offense, throw it short just over a third of the time, but they completed 91% of those throws. Not contested, and that is a different story from what we've seen from the Giants, and we'll see if they adjust, and here we go. Sly boots it to Muldrow to the 25. We'll take a look at their first half drives. Only 4 drives. A punt field goal drive that took nearly 4 minutes. You can see the 8-minute 40 seconds straight of time of possession in that second quarter before the end of the half. And 14 points were scored. Only 7 of them were for the Giants, though. Give it to Kamara on the first play. Gets a yard. 3rd and 4. From the 31 into the 35. Opening drive. Poole. Pressured. Thibodeau. Ball's out. Picked up. And Ojulari to the 19. And Thibodeau with the force. 5.5 sacks on the year now. As we'll take a look at the Giants' 4 first half drives. You can see the 7-minute field goal drive to start, the 3 and out, the 9-play touchdown drive, and then the 13-play drive to end the half that ended in that fumble. First down at the 19. Keeper Cummings has space, has a block, and that's a 1-play touchdown drive. His 3rd of the year. And the Giants immediately cash in for 6. 24-10. As this kick by Sly is up and good. So after the turnover by Poole, it's now a 2-score game. And if they got that field goal before half, it would be a 3-score game. It's across the body to Williams. And Poole has a completion of 15. Ryland Poole has played pretty well. The turnovers are costly in this game, or else they'd be upsetting the Giants right now as Kamara into Giants territory and a gain of 18. 2nd and 9. From the 42. And Poole. Time. Throws. Hit. It is intercepted. Intended for Olave, and bringing it out is Adoree Jackson, and Preston Williams can't bring it down. He's finally dropped by Parham at the 20. The 2nd pick of the day. That brings him up to 4 on the year, which leads the NFL. The Giants take over with a 3rd and 5. Light box for New Orleans. No throw. Tony steps up and steps away. Has a lot of space. Nothing develops downfield. They let the run happen in 11 yards in the first. Now 2nd and 11. After a loss on the ground by Barkley, play action to him. And open over the middle. It's caught by Bellinger to midfield. And another gain of 15. Now 3rd and 9. Living in these 3rd down situations. Cummings. Throw! It's intercepted! Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. That was intended for McLaurin. His 3rd straight game with a pick for Mathieu. And the Saints right back in it. Just like that. I mean, there's still a lot of game left. It's only 2 scores from the 48 after the turnover. 3 tight ends. Poole will throw across the body. It's the 3rd tight end. As a 1st down. Now an offset I formation. The fullback comes in on 1st and 10. And fake it to Kamara. And Poole has all day. Nothing coming. Here's Ojulari on the pressure. Throws across the body. Oh, it's Olave inside the 20. And out to the 18. And in the red zone they go again. Their first trip resulted in 6. What will their second trip bring? 1st and 10. Over the middle. It's caught by Kamara. Tackled by White at the 5. Poole is over 200 yards now. Here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and goal from the 5. Give it to Kamara. Tackled by Vince Thomas and almost got pushed in. Instead of 2nd and goal at the 1. And they go to Kamara. Walks in for the touchdown. And the Saints bring it within 1 score. This 3rd of the year. Kamara had 2 last week. And the kick by Blankenship. makes it 24-17, so it's officially a 7-point ball game. And after the interception, 5 plays, 53 yards, and the Saints are actually outgaining the Giants now. Give it to Barkley on first down, a block by Galladay up the middle, and Barkley the 36, gain of 18. That puts the Giants back in the lead in the yardage department. 1st and 10, a design QB run, a block by Blasingame, and another gain of 12. Into Saints territory now, 3rd and 5. Cummings will throw underneath, open is Bellinger. Turns the corner, has the first. Now 1st and 10. Saints show blitz, and they go outside. It is Barkley. Well blocked. Saquon Barkley. All the way to the 20 and a gain of 15. Now 3rd and 5. And Cummings will throw wide open. And that's a touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd of the year. And the Giants make it 2 scores once again. Joey Sly makes it 31-17. A 9-play, 82-yard drive. They are methodically moving the ball downfield. 3rd and 4 for the Saints. Final minute, 3rd quarter. Empty set pool. 4-man rush. Pocket collapsing. Deep shot to Williams is over the head of everyone. So the Giants take over. Final play for the break. Cummings underneath. It's caught by Bellinger, and he'll take us to the 4th quarter. He's got the first. So 2nd and 12 as the quarter begins from the 45 of the Giants. And Cummings pressured and drops. That is Devon Godshaw, his 8th career sack. He had 3 last year. 3rd and 21. From the 36, 4 receiver sets. Cummings will throw the deep ball. Downing is down there and is broken up. And they'll punt. The Saints take back over in the 2-score game, trying to make it 1 score. 4-man rush underneath on 3rd and 10, and turning upfield, incompletes. Giants take over from the 38. Delayed give, great blocking, and Barkley picks up 8. He's over 100 yards now, 3rd and 2. 2 tight ends and a fullback. Play action on the run. Cummings, a little shovel, and Blasingame loses 2. And they're going to punt. So Gillian will punt again. Coming after the punt, and they hit up. That is a flag, a fair catch by Muldrow, and this is not going to count, as that is a free 1st down. Unbelievable. It's now 3rd and 7. In range to make it a 3-score game. Cummings, middle, and oh, what a catch! Birdie Downing down to the 22, and Cummings is now over 200 yards. Back in the red zone, 3rd and 4. And he'll throw. Cummings, the quick flip, broken up. Intended. That was for Bellinger, as Sly makes it 34-17. So it's a 17-point game with under 9 minutes to play. Saints still have all 3 timeouts, so they're not out of it. Pass is caught by Bellinger. You get chunk yardage like that. That was 16 on the first play of the drive. 1st down at the 41. Trying to get back in this game. And wide open. Middle. It's caught. And the 41 is Thomas. Another gain of 18. Poole has a lot of time, but that is by design right now. About 7.5 to play in the game. Middle. It's caught. It's Preston Williams, and the Giants are allowing the middle of the field to be used. 1st and 10. Approaching the 7-minute mark from the 29. Poole wide open underneath. Parham into the red zone. Down to the 11. So 2 for 2 in the red zone to start today. This is their 3rd red zone trip. From the 11, 1st and 10. Blitz is picked up. Open, it's caught. Michael Thomas down to the 6. He got halfway there. Now 3rd and 5 at the 6. They can get a first at the 1, but they would rather just score the touchdown now. Pressure on Poole. Dropped down at the 11 by Dexter Lawrence. 18.5 career. And usually you'd see the CPU kick here to make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go for it, which is the right call from the 11 on 4th and 10. Poole with the blitz is picked up. End zone shot. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that is Olave. His second touchdown of the year. He had his other in week 1. And Blankenship makes it a 2-score game with 5 to play, so they are not out of it. A quick stop, which, I mean, they're looking like it. 3rd and 7. Can they get off the field? Cummings. A rare look to McLaurin. And he's still dependable. He hasn't had a big part of this game. Only 4 catches. That longest by far of the day. And a total of 37 yards. As Barkley has had a big game himself. 113 yards. Doesn't have that touchdown. He's been more of a receiving touchdown guy instead of a rushing touchdown guy this year. Give it to Barkley on 2nd and 2. Breaks the tackle by Lattimore to the 27. Final play before the 2-minute warning, perhaps. They shift Bellinger across the formation. On 1st and 10, taking the play clock down to 2. Play action. Cummings sets his feet. End zone! McLaurin! Forget the bad day. Touchdown! 3rd of the year. And Mr. End Zone in January finds it again. The Giants have 40. 41-24 with escape by Slant. And that is going to do it as the New Orleans Saints fall to the Giants. They lose 41-24. The Giants, for the 2nd straight year, head to 3-0. Saints down to 1-2. So this was, I talked about it in the beginning, how we weren't giving up yards. This was the game of last year. We don't give up points, but we give up a lot of yards, especially at the end in garbage time. But I think our defense is really good. It's really stepped up, except for that Super Bowl. But since the end of the last year, it's just a really good defense. The offense, we still scored 41. But it still feels like there's a lot to build on. The red zone struggles are real. I feel like we have to convert better and probably would score a lot more because we're getting down there pretty consistently. And you can see 19 third downs to their 9. Remember, they had the ball 8 straight minutes in that 2nd quarter because they threw the pick 6. And we still ended with 9 more minutes of time of possession. Not really anything of note on the offensive side of the ball for the Saints. Just Kamara, 72 yards, a touchdown, and led the team with 7 catches, had 35 yards to show for. Poole had 300 yards, but 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions and a fumble. Then Tyrann Mathieu had that interception, which I couldn't believe. And then Jonathan Cummings, just incredible. 367 yards, 3 touchdowns. Of course, the interception, but 70 rush yards, touchdown. And, of course, you get breathed on in all Madden, and you're out of the pocket. It is a fumble. How about Bernie Downing? 8 catches, 113 yards, both career highs in his short career. And Adoree Jackson with 3 tackles and 2 picks, including the pick 6. So, I mean, really good. No upgrades today, so as on to games across the league, let's start in Indianapolis. The Eagles play the Colts. We'll start with Ryan Tannehill to Will Fuller. Never thought you'd see that combination in the blue. 40 yards downfield. The Colts now lead 3-0 over the Eagles. Next drive for the Colts, Tannehill. He's going to deep drop and find, how about this grab? That is Tyler Boyd, the former Bengal, 30 yards. Now 6-0 Indianapolis. Next, Eagles drive. As Armstead finds A.J. Brown. How about the yards after the catch, as always, from him, 11 yards. Cuts the deficit in half, 3-6. Next, we'll take it to the 2nd quarter. And the backup running back, that is Marquell Smith. 5-yard score, now 13-3. Next drive for the Eagles on a 3rd and 13. Armstead throws across the body. It's intercepted. That is Kenny Moore. Immediately tackled. He gets 5 on the return. 16-3. And now it's to the 2-minute drive. Eagles get the ball back. And Armstead, deep drop, and he finds a wide open Jarvis Landry up the sideline. How about a block by Brown, a broken tackle by Moore, a broken tackle by Okereke, and finally brought down by Leonard. 16-6 is the halftime score. Eagles at field goal. We take an opening drive of the 2nd half for the Eagles. And Devontae Smith met, and Shaquille Leonard forces the fumble, picked up by Desmond King. It's now 19-6. Later on in this game, how about Armstead gives it to Antonio Gibson, who breaks the tackle, but he's in the end zone, does not get awarded forward progress, and Tristan Hill gets credited with a safety. They get to 21 the hard way. It's now 21-6 after the punt, and Tannehill finds Will Fuller with a great catch 14 yards, 28-6. We take it fourth quarter. Eagles trying to drive on 4th and 3. Intercepted, intended for Smith. And that is Kenny Moore. Second pick of the day, 11-yard return, 31-6. They had another field goal. Final drive. Ryan Tannehill finds Tyler Boyd, 14 yards. Colts win it, 38-6. And now on to Jacksonville as the Cowboys play the Jags. We'll start with Dak Prescott finding Michael Gallup on a 3rd and 10 for 17 yards. They had a field goal, 3-0, and it was set that way into the second half, halfway into the third quarter. Dak Prescott on a 3rd and 3 has all day and finds Leonard Beachum, who's come on strong. 12-yard touchdown. It's now 10-0, and it'll stay that way to the fourth quarter. As play action for Dak, trying to pad the lead. He finds Beachum again, this time for 18 yards. It's now a 13-0 lead, and it will stay that way for the rest of the game. One last hope for Trevor Lawrence. Fires, it's caught, but Carlos Parker ends the game. A tackle short of the end zone on 4th down. Cowboys win at 13-0. And now on to Houston as the Commanders start with a Daniel Jones check down and a fumble by Miles Jack. He picks it up, takes it, and houses it. 48-yard fumble recovery, touchdown. Texans now lead 7-0. Next drive for the Commanders. Daniel Jones finds a wide open Quintus Cephas. He's going to take it the distance. This game is tied at 7. Next Washington drive in the second quarter now. Daniel Jones finds Jahan Dotson, 10 yards. Now 10-7 lead for the Commanders. 2-minute drill time. And Daniel Jones finds Logan Thomas, gets away from Stigney, and fights all the way to the 38, 23 yards. Halftime score, 13-7. We take it halfway through or close to 4 minutes left in the third quarter. And McCollum finds a wide open AJ again, the former first overall pick, 17 yards, 3-point game, 13-10. We take it to the fourth quarter. Daniel Jones with the ball, trying to increase the lead. And he's going to fire and find Derek Stingley Jr. And the former first-round pick takes it inside the 10, but they stall out. They can't score a touchdown. It's now 13-all. Next drive for the Commanders. Daniel Jones, deep drop on a 3rd and 2, finds Simeon Brown, who turns the corner. 20-13 is the score. They pick the extra point. And now one last hope for Houston. On a 2nd and 10 in the red zone on a 2-minute drive across the body. And McCollum throws the game-losing interception as Grant Delpit, and the Commanders win it 20-13. On to the rest of the scores. On Thursday Night Football, the Buccaneers blow out the Falcons 38-17. On the Sunday slate of games, the Bengals blow out the Browns, the Chiefs beat the Dolphins, the Vikings beat the Lions, the Titans double up the Bears, the Steelers blow out the Raiders, the Cardinals win a shootout against the Jets, the Seahawks beat the Patriots, the Panthers beat the Chargers, but what else is new? The Chargers are losing. The Niners beat the Rams, the Ravens beat the Broncos in a shootout, and on Sunday night, the Bills beat the Packers 27-20. And now on to standings in the AFC North. The Steelers and Bengals both 3-0. In the South, Colts and Titans 2-1. In the East, Dolphins and Jets 2-1. In the West, Broncos and Chiefs 2-1. In the NFC North, Packers, Bears, and Vikings both 1-2. In the South, Falcons, Panthers, Buccaneers 2-1. In the East, us and the Cowboys are 3-0. How about the Commanders 2-1? And in the West, Rams, Seahawks, and Niners 2-1. For players of the week on offense in the AFC is Lamar Jackson, 275 yards, 4 touchdowns. They finally pick up win number 1 against Denver. And in the NFC, Kyler Murray, 289 yards, 3 touchdowns, 27 rushing yards in the win against the Jets. For defense in the AFC, Tavarius Milner, second-year player, 11 tackles and interception, return for 17 yards in the win against Las Vegas. And in the NFC, Micah Parsons in the win at Jacksonville, 14 tackles, 8 for a loss, 5.5 sacks, and a pass deflection. On to leaders. For passing, Justin Herbert, 1194 yards, Zach Wilson, 12 touchdowns, Cody Burns up to 6 interceptions, rushing Jonathan Taylor, 510, Najee Harris, 4 touchdowns, and Jonathan Taylor also 33 broken tackles. Receiving, Deontay Johnson takes the lead, 348 yards. Keenan Allen with 6 touchdowns. And Johnson, 133 after the catch. Wrapping things up with defense, Leighton Vander Esch and TJ Edwards, 43 tackles. Matt Barton still in the lead by a half a sack at 10. How about Thibodeau at third at 5.5? And then Adoree Jackson now in the NFL lead with 4 interceptions. Week 4 NFL action kicks off with Thursday Night Football between the Vikings and Cardinals. The Sunday slate of games kicks off with Cowboys, Eagles, Jaguars, Texans, Niners, Falcons. We play the Buccaneers, Steelers, Browns, Chiefs, Chargers, Bears, Packers, Colts, Dolphins, Commanders, Saints, Bills, Patriots, Titans, Jets, Broncos, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks. And on Sunday night, the Panthers play the Lions. And on Monday night, the Bengals play the Ravens. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time when we face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.